After that shaky intro, got bit by a fire ant. Watch your lateway. I'm gonna kind of start this one where I left off in the other one. Primarily why I ended up choosing a Gen 5 Zx10 as the bike that I was gonna get. I actually didn't plan on getting the Kawasaki. My dream bike was a BMW S1000 RR, and I actually had kind of like ordered one, found one. I got the official like bottom, you know, like walk out the door price on it, and last minute I ended up changing my mind. I didn't want it no more. The tuning software is, I didn't really want to do a piggyback on it. I wanted to go straight through the ECU. So that left me with using the RCK for BMW, and that's pretty pricey. And then the exhaust, you know. Anyway, I ended up, the bike was going to be around $19,000, and then that's not including any of the mods I was going to do to it, with the exhaust and everything else. So I was like, yeah, I can kind of get away with a bike for that's going to perform pretty much the same, maybe a little bit better, for $10,000 less dollars. So I ended up, one of our old tHe guys actually works at a Kawasaki dealership, so they had a sale on the leftover models at the time, and so I ended up getting the leftover model, and really cheap. But the reason why I instantly went to this bike over the rest of them was because Race Addict was putting up his videos of his Gen 5, showing, you know, the same mods that I have on mine pretty much is what he had on his. He had a SC slip-on, a sprint filter, lowered, you know, the normal stuff. And I seen his bike was performing really well. I think he ended up doing like 202 and a 9/10 for a 37 rear sprocket. So I was like, you know, if he's happy with it, I'll be happy with it. So I ended up getting this bike over the rest. I did not want a white bike, but I couldn't pass up on the price of it. I went and looked at R1s and pretty much met the similar situation as the BMW. They were a little on the expensive side for a leftover model. I think the R1 was like 16.5. You know, when I said, you know, this bike was 12 and some change. So I ended up not wanting the R1. It wasn't just solely based on price, but Race Addict always stressed that this bike was the best bang for the buck. As in, flash it, do a few little mods, tune it, and it's gonna be a fast bike. You know, so that's why I ended up going with this bike over the rest. We really don't see a lot of R1s though. You see BMWs a lot. We know pretty much how they run. They're fast. As Evan has pointed out, a properly set up BMW rivals the performance of the Gen 5 Zx10r. And I looked at ZX14s. I just didn't want that. To me, a ZX14, yes, it's fast, but I look at a ZX14 more like this bike is fast, but it's comfortable. I can get on this bike and ride it for an extended amount of time. I've rode them. They are the weight is down low on them. They don't feel like they weigh as much as they do. But I didn't want that to be my race bike. You know, I wanted something that was small, a 1000, kind of nimble. Who knows what type of oh shit situations you get into. I wanted to be, you know, I'm 171 pounds in my underwear, and I think in the oh shit situation, me moving around this bike that weighs 425 wet versus some of the, you know, the all weight reduction out Zx10s, they used around 540 pounds. So I was like, yeah, I think I would rather stay in the 1000. I looked at the Gixxers, the new Gixxers. Race Addict put up a teaser ass video of the new L7 Gixxer, and he ended up explaining what happened to it. But I really considered that bike, and actually one of my homies ended up getting one, but we had a couple guys that came out to race. You know, it's all about setup and tune, but those guys were pretty much slow. I probably could have beat most of them on my Honda after, you know, after the Honda was pretty much done. I probably could have beat the majority of the L7 and L8 Gixxers that were local. So they had a bad rap from the get-go. So I definitely didn't want to buy a new bike that was slow, you know. Ducatis, no, too much money, the maintenance is ridiculous on them, and none of them have impressed me with actual performance. Yes, they post big numbers, but actual performance, I really didn't see it. But yeah, that's pretty much why. Race Addict proved it was fast. At the time, I didn't know Evan at the time. Evan had ended up getting in one of our old group chats, but I think somebody kicked him. They said he was cocky, and they said all the bikes that he was racing were slow, and it was just making him look fast, and his bike wasn't really as fast as what he showed. We ended up finding out later that that wasn't the case. I believe, if you ask me, Evan was the first person to make a Gen 5 fast. And like I said, once again, if you ask me, a lot of these guys took his basic recipe, copied it, and became YouTube famous, Instagram famous, whatever you want to call it, for the research and the work that he put in on his. But anyway, that's why I ended up getting this bike over the rest. It was cheaper, best bang for the buck. They make good power. The mods are a lot cheaper than most of the other bikes. And that's it. I'm on my way to my cousin's again right now. The funeral is supposed to be Saturday. So we're gonna talk about, you know, what's gonna be going on, figuring the plan out. But figured I'll make a little short vlog, kind of choosing, you know, nothing extravagant. Why I ended up choosing the Gen 5 over all the rest of the 1000cc